with working through all of our members during this time period, there's some of them that pivoted in direct response to the pandemic. So we had a consortium of members that took all their 3D printing machines and started doing 3D printing on PPE. So we were working with them to make sure that they had access, and anybody else that wanted to contribute to that had access to the space because they needed to physically come in to access those machines. We also had other companies that were operating in the healthcare industry, but were not in direct response to the pandemic. And they are like almost basically shuttering at this point because you can't get anything else done. So they had contracts with a bunch of health systems on the table in February to get signed, which really would have grown the whole company. They were going to go on a hiring spree, and none of those contracts are getting signed. Everybody's focused on the pandemic and the healthcare side. So we're really, swinging with the pendulum from one side to the other, that some of our companies are doing well, some of them are pivoting. We have a lot of companies that we work with that are in the events-based industry. That's obviously a really difficult time period for people to go through. And as the pandemic marches on and we look at, there is no end date, right? This isn't like okay, let's work with everybody to make sure they have enough cash burn to get through the next 60 days. It's 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. Here we are about to be in September, and trying to help these companies plan and connect them with the right resources and understanding what's happening. And then of course we have a couple of companies that are operating tangentially in the hospitality and tourism industry, which has been obviously pretty shut up as well. But there's ones that are, SaaS technology-based companies where a few companies have closed rounds during the pandemic. Yeah. Some of them had deals in the pipeline, and they were able to get them done with some of venture capitalists that are still putting money out. So it's a wild ride. That's all I can say. That comes down to that. Every single day is different.